Okay, there are many questions about the physical appearance of Muslims, such as, for example, the issue of hijab and the issue of clothes and the issue of beard, and the fact that we are looking different from the people that we're amongst. This is a really deep question, because I'm saying that we need to basically present ourselves and be, American, and yet we're different from them from the get-go, as they say, literally from our appearance. I say that we have extremism in this regard. We need to reevaluate the situation and scenario. For example, with regards to the beard, I believe it is obligatory to have a beard. This is the opinion of the majority of ulama. But I believe that the definition of the beard has been left by the Sharia. The Sharia has not dictated how long or how thick it should be. Whatever constitutes a beard is acceptable. No doubt that Allah is better in it. Whatever constitutes a beard is acceptable. Similarly, the issue of hijab. The hijab has not been dictated by color, by texture, by style. Rather, Allah Azza wa Jalla has commanded women to cover certain portions of their body with loose-fitting, unattractive clothing. Unattractive meaning that in and of itself it's not gaudy. It's just a simple clothing. Therefore, the hijab has manifested itself in cultures across the Muslim world in many different ways. If you go to Indonesia, the way that the Indonesian sisters wear hijab is very different than the way the Egyptian sisters wear. If you go to Saudi Arabia, it is absolutely different. If you go to India, it's even different than Pakistan. It's different than Afghanistan. Every culture has adapted the basic structure of hijab and given it its cultural connotations. What we have here now are the sisters importing the styles of hijab from other countries. And that's fine, nothing's wrong with that. But we have to be very clear when I say that the Saudi style of hijab is no more or less pious than the Egyptian style, than the Indonesian style, than the Moroccan style. These styles, the colors, the textures, the way, the fashion that Muslims have always done with their hijab across the Muslim world, it's something that it shows us the breadth of the Sharia. For us to insist that I must wear the Pakistani version or the Saudi version or the Egyptian version and think that is the extra Islamic one, this is what leads to problems. I have no problems with us developing an American version of the hijab. When I say version, I mean style-wise. I don't see any problem with that. That we take into account that, for example, let me give you a classic example. Most Saudi ulama have given the fatwa that it is haram for women to even wear a pant and shirt inside their houses. Inside their houses, right? In front of their brothers and fathers, right? Honestly, you're going to be shocked at this. I don't have a problem with that fatwa for Saudi women. That's their culture. You don't understand, that's their culture. My problem was when you take that fatwa and you apply it outside of that cultural context, which is what many Saudi ulama, many of the more conservative elements here do that. They don't understand it's different. Of course, from the Saudi mind, to wear a pants and shirt is masculine. Women don't wear pants and shirts, right? That's their issue. Even in Pakistan, generally speaking, 10 years ago, I know it's different now, the brothers can correct me, but I'm pretty sure it's different now. 10, 15 years ago, no woman wore pants and shirts, especially in public. Even in our times, it's very rare, am I still correct in saying this? That in public, women wear shalwar kameez, correct? Yeah, women wear shalwar kameez, okay? It's a cultural norm that they wear. So for a woman to wear pants and shirt, even if it's loose pants and shirt, in public, it is immoral for the Pakistani standard. I don't have any problem with that, right? I'm saying for an American context, I'm not saying wearing pants and shirt is okay in public in America. What I am saying is look at the context where it's coming from. That I don't have a problem with the sister wearing pants and shirts in her home at all. It's not masculine. It's not masculine inside of her house, in front of her mahram people. It's not masculine because there are pants that are feminine and pants that are masculine, right? There are different styles. For us to take this fatwa and apply it, same goes for hijab. I don't see a problem with the sister wearing a type of scarf and loose clothing and whatnot. That is semi in conformity with the American styles and also in conformity with her Sharia, such that it's not radically different. The same goes for the brothers, by the way. I've said this in many places and I say it again. I don't think that the thobe or the shalwar kameez is any more or less Islamic than a pant and shirt. This is another, some of the conservative brothers feel that wearing a pants and shirt is imitating the kuffar. They have no clue what it means to imitate the kuffar. Yes, the Prophet forbade imitating the kuffar. But let me ask you, what clothes did the Prophet used to wear? What clothes did he used to wear? What did he wear? What did he wear? A thobe. What did the idol worshippers used to wear? Thobe. When the Prophet started preaching Islam, did he start a new fashion statement? Did he change the clothes of the time? When a person converted, did he used to tell him, now that you're a Muslim, you have to start praying, fasting, give up alcohol, and change your clothes? Did he tell him? Now I'm being realistic here, because wallahi, the problem is, conservative Muslims, and I'm one of them, conservative Muslims import the religion and the culture of the ulama and the methodology they look up to, and they don't differentiate between what is religion and what is culture. So conservative Muslims who have been schooled in India, or Pakistan, or Egypt, or Saudi Arabia, or Malaysia, when they come to America, or they have been raised in America, they cannot separate what is Islam from what is culture. We all know there's a difference. Even our ulama cannot separate the difference many times, because of the culture they're living in. It is not imitating the kuffar if we as Americans dress like the Americans. This is our culture. I like hamburgers and french fries. Is that haram? Am I imitating the kuffar? If I like hamburgers and french fries, is this not the cuisine of my great-grandfather and grandfather? What's wrong with that? I mean, this is the whole point. I'm speaking in English and I'm imitating the kuffar. My hand gestures and styles, my eyebrow movements are American. If you go to Pakistan, they're radically different the way the Maulvis speak. I don't want to imitate them or else I'm going to get in big trouble. Okay? Goes both ways. So the point being, even the way we speak, the way I'm being fair here, brothers and sisters. When I make fun of the Pakistanis, I have fun of the Egyptians, and vice versa. This is adil, okay? It's like justice, equality. My point being, this is cultural. The guy comes and goes, Aki! Don't imitate the kuffar! What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? It's like your style, your gestures, your language. Where are you getting that from? They don't understand what does it mean to imitate the kuffar. Imitating the kuffar means to take their religious practices. To celebrate Christmas is imitating the kuffar. We don't celebrate Christmas, okay? To wear, a black shirt with a white collar like the ministers and the priests do, that is imitating the kuffar. Specific to them. Otherwise, I don't have any problem. Now, I also believe that the Muslims should adapt semi-Islamic, cultural practices. That when you see a person, you should be able to see that he's a Muslim. So a brother wears a loose shirt, beard, with loose pants. You can tell this brother's a Muslim. Sister has a hijab that, again, is like an Americanized cultural hijab. Fine, you can tell she's a Muslim. It doesn't have to be a Saudi hijab or an Egyptian hijab. As long as the bare minimum of the hijab is met. Okay, now what is the bare minimum? That's like a ikhtilaf of fiqh. Niqab and jilbab, oh, that's another issue. But I'm saying, whatever your opinion is that this is the bare minimum, there's no problem in Americanizing that bare minimum and feeling a part of the community and whatnot. So this goes back to this issue here as well.